I'm here with the culinary guru Joseph TM, who is popularly known among his friends as Dragon. And we are here to ask him about recipes that are simple to follow. And today, what would you recommend?
Something that people could make it's very simple, but which is very popular with people. Something which can be made very easily without too much of complications, which need minimum dishes to be used, and which can be used immediately or kept over for a couple of days, which I think something to do with, because people like desserts the most. That's something which can be an add-on to a dessert, like butterscotch sauce.
That's a good one.
Which can be used. It's very simple to make. And for that, all you need is some butter, some sugar, some milk, and a frying pan, or suitable dish, and a spoon. That's all what you need.
For a beginner, could you give the quantities, rough quantities?
Quantities, maybe you can see all these quantities. You have to take into understand just guidelines. Any recipe is just a guideline. You have to vary it a little according to your imagination. So, but anyway, you don't have to follow it strictly. You can always vary it to your preference. Like, you want it sweeter, you can add more sugar. If you want it less sweet, you can add less sugar. You like it more butter, you can add more butter. So all you need is the three ingredients which I said is sugar, butter, milk. So sugar, let's start with, you're making a small quantity, the smallest quantity. So let's take equal quantities of butter and sugar. So you start off with 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of butter, and maybe something like 50 ml of milk. So you put the sugar into the pan what you have, and I suggest a pan which is slightly round bottom, not too much, but slightly, so that you're making a small quantity. You don't want it to go stick to the sides. So you want it slightly, something like a tiny bowl effect, something which will make the liquid poured in the center. So those are available readily, or you can take a pan and just bang it on the center. It becomes like a round bottom, slight round bottom. And if you want to test whether the pan is good, all you do is just pour some water into it and see where it goes, and just use it that way. So you have the pan, you put the sugar into the pan, keep it on a low fire, and wait for the sugar to melt. The sugar will melt. It will become liquid first, and then start turning brown, which is caramelizing the sugar. So at some point in time, it becomes nice and brown. You add the butter, and then you'll get a little bit of sputtering, and let it keep going on, and then with the butter, the sugar will start turning a little more darker. And when you reach the stage you want it to, you add the milk. Don't stir it too much. And when you add the milk, there will be a lot of noise. Don't worry. Once all the milk is added, it will stop, and then it will start boiling, and then you stir it slightly. So
coming to the milk, if somebody doesn't have a 50 ml measure, if it's a coffee cup, a small coffee cup.
A coffee cup is normally 250 ml.
So
coffee cup you can take something less than 1/4. That's all what you need. Does not matter if you add a little more milk, half a cup of milk. It's not the end of the world adding a little more milk. You just have to reduce it a little more on the fire. That's all. It's only when you add too little, then you have a problem. You add a little extra, there's no problem. It's not going to create any problems.
So then you add the milk to the...
So you add a milk to the thing, and then you'll have the butter sugar mixture becoming sort of solid. Don't worry, just let it keep simmering and stirring it, and then the milk, everything will become one again, and then it slowly start turning thick, slightly thicker. And then it will reach the stage when it just coats your spoon slightly. Don't let it become very, very thick, because when it cools down, it becomes solid. So when it's thick enough to coat the back of your spoon, then it's done. And if you find it's still too thick, you can always add a little more milk and thin it down slightly on the fire. Not off the fire, on the fire. And you can, that's your butterscotch is ready already. And you can use it on top of ice creams. Or if you want to make a butterscotch ice cream, all you have to do is take some vanilla ice cream, cut it up, pour it into the cuts and then stir it slightly. So you just get streaks of butterscotch in it. So this is a natural butterscotch. And you can pour it on top of some pastry you have. Best is on top of bananas, cut bananas or fruits, anything. And that's as simple as that. You can try it. Anybody can try this.
So that was Mr. Joseph TM for us with this quick and easy butterscotch recipe. If you want more simple recipes, you can just write down the recipes that you want in the comments.